this guy's a flight risk. Once he gets out, he's gone. You got 20 minutes. You make him fucking sing, you got me?
Yes, sir. What do we have on him?
Not much, but he fits the profile. Late 20s, recluse, intelligent. His house just 10 miles away from the McKnight murder. Was last seen at Singleton murder. A couple uniforms saw him walking around the crime scene. All he had on was 3 $1 bills, his driver's license, and a crumpled up piece of paper. Seeming to have water damage on it. We're having the lab look it over right now.
So he's here on suspicion and speculation.
I'm afraid so, kid. Room 3.
Do we have any background on this Mr. Carmine character?
No. The file might take time to pull, time we don't have.
So I'm going into blind.
Yes. Look, kid. We have 6 teenage girls mutilated and strung up like animals over the past 3 months. Also a mayor, not to mention a city up our asses to find the killer. This is our guy. And honestly, I couldn't give 2 shits what you do. We just gotta give him a slip up.
So what are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting you do something you might not want to. Something that doesn't seem right. Because at this point, you're gonna have to.
Coffee?
You expect it to be a long night?
Only as long as you make it.
Or till my lawyer gets here.
Well, then we better get started.
Well, I would like to start by saying that I am innocent.
Excuse me?
Well, you were going to ask me if I had done it. If I had killed those, 6 girls. The first one, what was her name?
Andy Abbott?
Ah, yes, her, the poor girl. I was in Streamwood the night of January, 19th, 20th. It was raining heavily. It's also a 46-minute drive to Detroit, so I couldn't have been there when she died.
What time were you at Streamwood?
10:30. So my alibi does check out, detective. Now the next one, what was her? Jamie
Romero?
Right. Poor girl, gruesome way to go. I was out of Detroit at that time as well.
Where were you on the night of February 3rd, the day we found Addison McKnight?
I was at the library, working on my research paper.
March 10th, the day we found Latin Branch's body.
I was at the supermarket. Look, detective, the point is, you have nothing. I'm here on, suspicion? And if I'm correct, it's only a matter of time until my lawyer gets here. He can't keep me here forever, you know.
I'll be back.
Oh, is my lawyer here? I gotta get out of here so I can do some planning. You think I should take a vacation? I hear South America's just lovely in the spring.
Anything?
No, nothing.
Well, this might help.
What's this?
It's a page torn from a book that we found in the pocket of James's jacket.
Abashed the devil stood, and felt how awful goodness is, and saw virtue in her shape, how lovely, saw and pinned. Huh. Paradise Lost.
What?
It's a page out of John Milton's poem, Paradise Lost, about the fallen angel Lucifer himself, the one that rebelled against God.
Well, we also pulled this from his file. Born Thomas Thatcher Smith, he was in and out of foster care his entire life. And by the age of 7, he was taken from his single mother by social services due to emotional and physical abuse.
Tina Smith. I remember her, the pageant queen. I always knew those girls were crazy.
Believe me, she was a loose screw. Do those burn marks look familiar?
What has she been up to these days?
Well, nothing, actually. She was found dead 3 months ago. Accidental drug overdose. Our suspect was the one who identified the body.
When was this?
January 20th. Wait, those dates have something in common, don't they?
That's when it all began.
Yeah. You're kidding. Shit. Okay. No, I'll let him know. His lawyer just pulled up.
Damn it. Give me 5 minutes.
Caleb,
Please, I can get him. Please.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Detective, I'd like to know where you're holding my client.
Room 4.
Maybe I'm not then.
Caleb, what are you doing?
Don't let him in. Don't let anybody in. I don't care if it's his lawyer or the fucking president. No one gets in.
You can't just lie to his
Look.
lawyer.
Sometimes you gotta do things you don't want to. But you're gonna have to.
Has my lawyer arrived yet?
No, not yet.
Well, detective, it's a 25-minute drive from his office to the police station. I called him at 2:40, and it's currently 3:15.
What's the problem? Getting antsy?
Not at all. I just don't want to waste any time. Time that could be used to catch the real killer.
Let's recap. Where were you on the night of January 20th?
Like I already stated, detective, I was in Streamwood at the time, so I could not have committed the murder.
Are you aware of the House of Cards effect?
The what?
The House of Cards effect. It's a term we use during interrogation. When suspects lie, they create more lies, one on top of the other. But with one discrepancy, one slip, the cards come tumbling down.
What are you suggesting, detective?
What I am suggesting, Mr. Carmody, is that your alibi doesn't check out. You were in Detroit at the time, weren't you?
What proof do you have that I was there?
The coroner report says here you identified the body of a Tina Smith. Since you're a very time-oriented man, I'll break it down for you. You identified the body at 10:32 p.m. in downtown Detroit, which in fact is about 15 minutes away from Andy Abbott's neighborhood. She was murdered around 11:05 p.m., placing you in the area at the time of the murder.
That proves nothing. I will not speak about this case anymore. Not until my lawyer gets here. When he arrives, I will take my belongings and I will leave.
Glad you mentioned that. Are you a fan of Milton, James?
Excuse me?
John Milton, the poet.
I've read some of his work, yes. What are you getting at, detective?
Paradise Lost. Found in your front pocket of your jacket.
Have you read it? It's a story to live by, if you ask me.
How so?
Tell me, detective, who's the hero in the story?
Well, God and the angels.
See, I would argue that it's the devil, detective.
How do you figure? Satan is the one that rebelled against God in a failed, albeit grandiose, but failed insurgency.
You are just like every other misguided individual. Do you truly believe that this place, this life, is Eden or heaven, detective?
It has its downs, but it's not that bad.
Fed the same bullshit that everyone else is, believing this shiny, caked-on society is anything more than the shithole it truly is. Just like the angels.
Just like the angels, God's obedient servants. They were once angels too. The mind is its own place, and in itself, it could create a heaven of hell or a hell of heaven.
Where did you... No. No!
Your mother was Tina Smith. She was pristine, beautiful, and yet she shattered your heaven. She turned it into hell.
She was no mother to me. We're made to believe the lies that are shoved down our throats, especially the ones about love and mothers. Love is a false god, detective.
You identified the body of your dead mother the same day Andy died. Once she was gone, it was like a weight lifted off your shoulders, but you still had that hatred inside you. Her death was your trigger.
Shut up!
You killed these girls, James. You wanted them to feel the pain that you felt. Andy Abbott, Addison McKnight, Jamie Romero, Elle Singleton, Janet Britton, Ladin Branch.
I brought them the truth. I showed them what this world really is, the deceit we're told. I brought them out of this false Eden.
You are a killer.
I am the rebellious savior. I see the real truth. I am Lucifer.
Better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven.
Do you know who I am, James? Look at me, son of a bitch. I am Michael, the Archangel. I am the one who strikes you down. The one who sends you to hell for the rest of your life.
How dare you lie to—
Sir, please.
Oh, and one more thing, Mr. Carmody. Rikers is just as pleasant in the spring.